what is actually working in my business, because it's working, and why wouldn't I share that with you just in case. I know that I've talked to a few people. Some people's businesses are kind of plateauing. Some people have seen a slump. Some people are going up. So I'm like, okay, let me go in, and maybe for anybody who's looking to, figure out how to increase, because we all want to be on the increasing side, right? We want to be the ones that are like, hey, business is going good for me. So I wanted to bring you guys tips on what's working for me. I'm going to share that with you guys. A lot of people wouldn't share this with you, but I am going to share it just because I want to help some people out right now, okay? So first and foremost, what's working best for me, and I know I should start with this last, really, but I'm going to go with what's working best for me right now in my business. And it's DMing, you guys. And I know I say that sometimes and people are like, what is DMing? It is direct messaging. Some of you guys are like, of course, because it goes down in DM. Some of you guys know that. And then others are like, what is a DM? So it's a direct message. It's like a text message that, it's called a direct message. It's a message in Facebook, TikTok, any of the other platforms where you directly send a message or a text, whatever you want to call it, to whoever. But that's a direct message. But what's working really well for me is in where I am able to, it's really a simple funnel, right? So I don't keep it complicated with the funnels, and I don't complicate it with my clients either. I make it really simple for my clients to set up their funnels. Well, a lot of times the rejection is just them not answering, right? So I can deal with that because I just, I do keep a log, or sometimes my VA veteran, some people can be so rude. But the rejection, you know what? I don't even, because what are they rejecting? They're not rejecting me personally. They're just rejecting that whatever I was looking into and thought that they might be interested in, they're not. So I just have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. I try not to get my feelings involved in it. I understand that a lot of people, we get our feelings hurt. But I'm just like, well, they're rejecting my offer. They're not rejecting me. And then also a great way to not get rejected is, if you wanted to, you can start a little bit more conversation. Like, hey, I saw your post in this group. We're both in this group. How do you like the group? Are you loving the group? Or, hey, I saw that your daughter just graduated. Congratulations. What does that feel like? Any kind of small chat that you can have. And for every rejection that we get, we should at least get one or two people who are like, yes, I am interested, or yes, that does kind of strike a nerve, or something like that. And we could let's just focus on them. So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that, right about Winifred. So the way that I set up my DMs is, I qualify the people. I make sure they're interested in creating a course, or I already make sure that they're an author, a speaker, a coach. And then I, look at their profile, and then I'm able to see, like, hey, you're great at nursing, or you just came out with a book on how to do crypto. Have you ever thought about creating a course about that? And so they'll just say yes or no, and then we take the conversation from there. And like I said, simple funnel. It is straight them DMing, and then I get them on a call. That's the simplest possible funnel you can do. Doesn't take anything fancy, but it gets them into your claw. It gets them on a call with you, and you can let them know how great your course or your digital product or your coaching is. Something to think about. What else did I ask? Oh, also, when you are DMing people and you ask them to come onto a call, make sure you qualify them. Ask them some questions before they can get on a call. Everybody doesn't deserve your time, okay? Everybody does not get to have a piece of your brain, of your time, of your genius. Ask them, are they willing to invest in themselves? Ask them if they have a zone of genius. Ask them if they've been thinking about this for a while. Ask them if they've tried other things. Ask them some qualifying questions, because everybody can't get on your call list, okay? I've done all the work in that regard, and it's no fun when you're just talking to people who are not even interested. Let's qualify them. If they take the time to fill out the survey or the questionnaire, they're interested. Okay, you already got them. Next thing that's working for me is LinkedIn. And right about Winifred, I definitely think, are you on LinkedIn? I don't know if we follow each other on LinkedIn, but you would be great on LinkedIn, and that is a gold line for you. You guys, anybody on here, I'm telling you, this is a nugget right here. So if you're taking notes, definitely take this note. If what's working well for me is LinkedIn. Of course, I help, businesses. So that's where businesses are at. If you've got a product, a service, anything that helps businesses, oh my gosh, are you on LinkedIn? Because they're willing to buy. When they buy, I've made hundreds of hundreds of thousands, definitely tens of thousands. Yeah, I think that's hundreds of thousands, you guys, on LinkedIn, I gotta say. So it's a lot of money in there. Okay, so check out LinkedIn. If you work with plumbers, or if you work with, if you work with C-suite, if you help people with resumes, if you are helping people right now, if anybody's out there does resumes or can help you, help people do better on their interviews, you better get on LinkedIn, because people are raising their hand and need help. If you help people with, having better conversations, or having, doing better with regards to, TED Talks, all that kind of stuff. You guys, people, go there, okay? So DMs have been working really, really well for me. Get in these DMs. I know it can be kind of cringy or whatever, but I'm telling you guys, when you DM people, they're so likely to work with you. I've done the research and that does work. LinkedIn is really working with me. We're really working well for me. And you know what else is doing well? Webinars, okay? So maybe you can call it a webinar, maybe you can call it a masterclass, maybe you can call it a Q&A session with you, maybe you can call it, coffee with Kate or whatever, but just give people some general knowledge. I'm not saying give all your secret sauce, but just give them some information, some valuable nuggets so they can get to what? Know, like, and trust you. Once they know, like, and trust you, they are willing to buy from you. You can sell right there in the webinar, you guys. You don't even have to jump on a call. You can let them, once they see like, hey, she knows about stocks and bonds, or she knows about how to get real estate flipped, or she knows how to help people grow their hair. Like once they see that in that live presentation, you can have a Q&A. Definitely have a Q&A, because then they really get to like, oh my gosh, she answered my question live. I like her. She has the information. Guys, this is what's selling right now. Honestly, webinars are doing really, really well, and you can sell right there, or you can put them on to a call. I usually bring two people to a call. If you're high ticket, they usually say, so anything above that $1,000 or so, a lot of people will say, but I've been on some great webinars and they sold right there and those 5,000 or more. So you do not have to bring people onto a call. If you don't want to do sales calls, don't do them. Sell right there and people will buy. Make sure you have a link ready that will take them to your cart that allows them to buy. That's game right there. You do not have to. I bring people to a call. It's just my funnel. It's just what I'm used to doing. But even I might start to sell right then and there. So never be, bent on just doing it one way. And the last thing that I will say that's working really, really well, I just did a challenge. I did a challenge in February, and I had about 23 people on there. It was live. It was exciting. People were pumped up. They were doing homework, like you guys. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to inch it up even to the next level, y'all. And what I want you guys to do as well. I've done a few challenges, so I have a few challenges under my belt. But start charging for your challenges, okay? Charge, you guys. And this is what I've seen is working really, really well. Because if you charge, let's just say you charge $47 for general admission, but you can also charge maybe $197 or $297 or $147, whatever you want for VIP. Give them something VIP. That way, maybe you might get, 40 or 50 people who sign up for the challenge at $97. That's not bad revenue. And then you got the one for $197 or $150 or whatever. You guys, if you get, maybe 30 of those people, that's a good amount of revenue coming in. So I would say if you're going to do a challenge now, charge for it. Maybe do one or two for free or whatever, but I would at least charge. Maybe even if it's $27, $37, $57, charge for your knowledge right now. That's working really, really well. And make sure you have a VIP. Make sure you have a VIP. And when you do the VIP, it can be where general admission, they come in for 30 minutes with you, but VIP gets instant access to you for a whole hour, and they get to ask you any question they want to in a Zoom room. Okay, so they get special attention. They get valuable knowledge. They get to ask all their questions. People love to ask a question, you guys. So make sure you give them that access, and you'll be surprised how many people are going to sign up for that VIP. And that's money in your pocket. It's a challenge. And then at the end of the challenge, you can let them know your services are available. Here's your course. Here's your coaching. Here's your book, whatever it is. That's a double whammy, y'all. King. Come on, y'all. This is what's working for me right now. So these are the things. I'll just do four of the things. Like I told you guys before, I had a rough March and April. So I had to come up with some new things and double down on some other things. This is what's working for me now. So again, let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions, any questions about what I'm doing. But DMs are working really well. Direct messaging is probably the bread and butter for me. Direct messaging, where you send somebody a text via, Instagram or Facebook or whatever. LinkedIn is doing very well for me. So if you are at all, business to business, and like I said, if you work with plumbers or you work with C-suite, people who are CEOs, CFOs, CMOs, like if that's your target, maybe you help business coaches. They're all on LinkedIn, you guys. DMs are working well with me. LinkedIn, a lot of people on LinkedIn, you guys, it's a gold mine there. I think that sometimes it's untapped. There's not as many people on there that should be. A lot of times people are like, could I really make it on LinkedIn? Just try. I don't know what your product or your service is, but get on there. There's a lot of people with jobs on there. A lot of people with money. They might be looking for you and they haven't seen you on LinkedIn. That's a bar. Webinars are doing really, really well. Again, you can sell straight from the webinar, so don't be scared to do that. Sell. Give them some valuable information. Don't just skirt out. And you can either sell them into your course, or you can give them a link and they can get onto your calendar and you can book a call and sell them that way. That's how I usually do it, but it doesn't mean you have to do it that way. You can sell. I was in a webinar the other day. It was high ticket. It was $5,000 for those services, and she was selling right there on the spot, and she got sales. Okay, so that does work. And then last but not least, I love a challenge. You can do a 3-day, you can do a 5-day, you can do a 30-day. I've only done 5-day challenges, and they've gone really, really well. I just did one in February. It went very, very well. But what I was saying, from now on, let's charge for our challenges, okay? So make it, like I said, $47 for general admission, or $97, and $150 or $250, $350, what it is for VIP. Give them some special access, give them some special time, give them some special attention, and they will buy.